Is this the first time you've ever worked with Bruce?
Yeah, I never met Bruce before this movie. Yeah, so this was the first for me.
And working with this guy who has such a long lineage of doing very interesting like sci-fi films, and I mean, what was it like to have him come to set, and was there any intimidation at any point, or were you kind of ready to?
Well, it's interesting. My films have all shared one thing in common. They all have male leading movie stars at the center of them. Whether it's been, the first movie I did was with Peter Strauss, who was a big television star. Kurt Russell, Matthew McConaughey. Did a project with Tom Hanks, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I'm very comfortable working with guys who, in this age range, have a big history of film. And what makes it so easy for me is I'm a fan, and I love their work. So it's just like the ultimate film fan experience, which is not only do you get to meet one of your movie idols, you get to actually collaborate with them, and that's a terrific thing.
One of the things about Surrogates is also it stems from a graphic novel. So are there elements of that we get to see on screen? Because the fans are probably like hoping for little nuggets of.
Yeah, this is an interesting graphic novel in that at the time we decided to make this into a movie, it was not a widely known graphic novel. It was known in sort of the elite graphic novel circles because it had been acclaimed, but it wasn't one of these things like Watchmen where like everybody knows it and so everybody's like judging, it becomes a question of, well, did he do it this way or did he do it that way? We don't have that problem in this movie. So we took the basic core of what the idea was in the novel, we took a number of the plot elements, but then we essentially had to, mold them into a form to fit a movie, which is a very different form than a graphic novel. So what worked great for the graphic novel didn't always work great for the movie, and vice versa.
Then final question, by doing that, were there elements, when Bruce got on board, did you have to change anything to kind of fit the persona that he brings to the table?
No, so interesting. In fact, I only found this out after I cast Bruce in the movie. It turned out that the graphic novel writer, when they were creating the graphic novel, they fantasized, someday maybe this would be a Hollywood movie, and they, in their minds, had Bruce Willis in mind when they wrote the part. So that was just total coincidence. So that's shows you that maybe there is fate in this world.
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.